Does the egregore thought form actually exist? The ancient Egyptians referred to the creator god as Thoth. Thoth is a subliminal hypnotic suggestion which we refer to as thought. Thought is the group entity, called the thought process. Where did the egregore group of thinking entities come from? The ego is the source of this group of thinking entities. The ego is the I or the I, what you might refer to as yourself. The ego is evidenced by the characteristic called pride. Pride thinks it knows something. The ego has conjured up this illusory 3D plane by implementing the thought process. The ego is an eternal concept. The ego has no beginning and no end. Only the illusory 3D plane seems to have a beginning and an end. This illusion is conjured up through the thinking process, or thought process. Thought is the evidence of an illusion, which is a lie, which is a distractive manipulation of reality. The ego manifests as thought, and conjures up, or creates, a system we refer to as reality, but in fact, has nothing to do with reality or truth. Humanity is but an illusion and a product of conjuring. Humanity is the enemy of truth. Who and what we really are, is wisdom. Wisdom has no beginning and no end. Wisdom is an eternal concept in the same fashion that the ego is an eternal concept. Who and what we really are the one, the wisdom of the paradise state. We have no need to follow any path to attain this state of eternal peace, for we are already there. Who and what we really are, never left. Only the illusion that we, as humanity, have been hijacked from our eternal paradise state, manipulates us to believe that we are this massive physical flesh within this 3D plane. This has nothing to do with who and what we really are. This is the lie, the light, the atom, Adam, and Eve, the coming of the light, working its hypnotic hex, its manipulative lying spell, upon the whole 3D plane. It is the whole 3D plane that is the lie. This is the product of the thought process, the conjured-up illusion of the creator god Thoth, none of which has any bearing in reality and truth. Know this, and you will be free of the stupidity and ignorance of the process we call thought. So how do we know this? A long-time occasional reader of this blog has asked the simple question as to the source of the information found within this blog. My response is as follows: everything is found within the atom symbol. All things in this illusory plane are linked together via thought, or suggestions. This source was discovered after being willing to accept whatever the truth may be, and in whatever form it may take. Upon submitting to this concept that it was my 3D person that was the stumbling block, it soon became evident that my humanity was also the barrier separating my ability to discover truth. I was the problem and the interference that kept my 3D illusory being from comprehending, reconnecting and recognizing truth. The ego, thought process, that conjured up my illusory life experiences who and what we are in this 3D plane. We are the mouthpiece and the players, the puppets, that perpetuate the Luciferian agenda. It's this agenda that seeks to be God, when in reality, there is no such thing as God, or the devil. Who and what we really are simply ignores the ego, thought process, and continues on in eternal peace within the paradise state, even as the mindset of the ego dances about, hoping to distract and manipulate the truth. Which of course, can never be accomplished. However, the ego doesn't know this, for the ego has no truth, no awareness, and only functions by exercising thoughts. These thoughts are conjured up through religious and intellectual exercises. We are one wisdom and we know all things, and we have no need to think. We simply know. Therein lies peace, power, purity, perfection, and the eternal bliss of paradise. All we have to do is reclaim, or refocus upon the original state of being which has the power and wisdom to direct our lunatic 3D mind to be silent and to take a backseat as we take pleasure and prosper within the illusion. Knowing full well that the illusion is just that, an illusion. Not valid, not real, and is one massive lie.